Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a build update of the AMT 1968 Chevy El Camino SS. I got quite a bit done over the past few days. I wasn't able to do a video update. There was just not enough to do. So anyhow, let's get down to it. You see we got a new person here today. I want everybody to meet TJ. TJ is our new shop steward. After the party we had last Saturday, let me put a picture right here of what was going on. I thought I needed a little bit of supervision at night. So I brought TJ on, and so far between him and Chandler, I don't think I'll ever have a problem with another engine again. So let's move the guys out the way. Duke, even you got to go. And we'll start showing you what we got done. Let me move some of this, and I'll bring it back in a second. The body, the chrome's pretty much hardened up, and I went ahead and I started putting the decals on. The front, the back, the Chevelle. There's not a lot of decals that go on this kit, but they all went on really nice. I didn't have any problems getting them to lay down. They laid down nice and flat. I did a little bit of touching up here on the chrome and everywhere on the body, so that's about it for the body. Let's get it out the way. I got the bottom painted on the bed, and again, this is just craft store black. If you can't find the accent, these are hard to find anymore. The apple barrel, I think it is, flat black. Just don't get the gloss black, and thin it down just a smidge, and it'll paint like glass. So there's that, and let me bring, I got the interior put together, and I am super happy with how this came out. I couldn't be any happier. I did have a problem trying to figure out how to glue everything together. Let me put a picture right here of my glue up setup, but this is looking pretty sharp. I forgot about the jet handle stick shift that were in these, and that's just, I always like them. But there we go with the body. Let's get it out the way. The gas tank is painted. I'm going to do no weathering on this at all until it's on the car, and then I am going to do a little bit, very minimal though. The next thing, our engine is wired. I used the 0.3 millimeter solder, put it in the sides, folded it over, and ran it towards the back. If you're going to build this kit, this is awful tight getting everything to go in. I had to bend the bracket for the alternator right here so it'd fit around and fit back. Other than that, I got to talk about my 4-aught paintbrush again. I was able to paint the belt markings on all the belts. I think that came out really good. We ran our PCV lines. I ran the little water bypass for the thermostat, and the little vacuum line up front here got run. That's the engine in a nutshell until I can get it into the body. And then the last thing, and I'm not going to keep you very long today, this will be a quickie. Well, a couple of things, but it will be a quick video. I got my front grille done. It came out really nice. The back grille, I got I used flat white for the backup lights just to set them off. This is Tamiya's clear orange, and that 3-aught brush I have, the pointed 3-aught brush. Got in there and did a nice job making everything flow. I wanted to run LEDs in here, but my LEDs are too, even the smallest LEDs I have are too thick to fit into these bezels. So we're going to nix on that, which is okay. I mean, you only look at it every once a millennia anyhow with the lights on. But that came out really good. And then, lastly, and I'll let you go, I got the rims done. I went with the Raleigh rims just because I've always liked the Raleigh rims. It does come with Kragers And I thought long and hard about using the Kragers, but I had to do this up in as stock as I can. I haven't really changed anything else out of stock, so whoops, we went with these. And I used the panel liner to highlight everything, and I think it did a really good job. I was able to sand them down to dirty them up a little bit, and I just used, sorry for the shake on the camera, but I opened the drawer. I just used a paddle with, I think this got 350 grit sandpaper on it, and I take one of my one of my clothespins and sand it on here, get it on there a little bit dirty, and then I come back with a tire and just roll it around there. Dirty up the tire a little bit on there, makes it look like it went down the road, but still has good sidewall for the Armor All to look. But they came out really nice, and these were hollow tires, so I was able to put the rim and the back together and then push it through the tire. And that I know I got a better glue joint that way than just by trying to glue them and pinch them together. And I did do that with two of them. And I'll show you a picture right here of how I had that set up. And it was a hassle. But you can't just squeeze on the center because you're squeezing on this hub that's pushing on the outside. So you're really not getting the outer part of the rim pushed against the rim on the outside. So what happens is you're pushing that out, and the tire's pushing this away, and you don't get a good glue joint. So that's why I had to use those two toothpicks in there and the clamp, and and that worked really well until I realized, hey, idiot, these things are hollow. Let's try to push them through. So I held it together and pushed them through, and they went through real easy. So I glued them up that way, and then pushed the other two through, and I mean, they went on there really nice. And these are going to look really good on this car. I was going to go with the red. You know, I had a lot of people say, hey, go red line. I had a lot of people say, go white letter, and I counted it out and had exactly the same amount. So what I ended up doing was flipping a coin, and it came up heads, and heads was Goodyear. So that's how we have the Goodyears on here this time. All right, other than that, again, I want to welcome TJ to the show. He'll do a lot, and he'll keep these guys, and I guarantee you TJ is going to keep these guys in line. The battery is getting glued together. I broke a drill bit off in here, so I had to offset it a little bit. Once this is painted and everything, and I flex this around, you won't be able to tell. There was no detail on the back side of here, so I put a couple of pieces of flat plastic on there and cut it off to where it was just knocked the corners off and glued it on, and I'll paint that the semi-gloss black too, and then when I dust it, it'll look fine. So there we go, and that is all I have right now. I've been doing a lot of detail work. The exhaust is all painted up. Everything's ready. I think the next video, you're going to see a lot of stuff put together. I'm getting really close to that where it's all of a sudden it's together. So I will let you go. I am Mark. This is Grandpa Mark's Hobbies, and y'all have a great night. Thanks again for watching.